right, good morning everyone. We are up in Baudette, getting ready to go out on Lake of the Woods for the first fishing trip of the 21-22 winter season. We're up here at Lakeroad Lodge. Huge shout out to Marshall from Lakeroad Lodge for hooking us up, taking us out today. We're gonna probably spend 2 days up here. The weather might be a little funky tomorrow, but we're gonna try do a little spearing tomorrow, but I don't know how that's gonna go. But today we're angling, we're going after big walleyes, Lake of the Woods, 21-22 ice fishing season. So we're up here, Lake of the Woods, first time out actually fishing. We've been up here, not actually been out here on a Baudette checking ice, but we've been on a Walleye, but this is the first time getting out here hoping to smash some early ice walleyes. Pretty good ice here, looks like about 6 to 8 anyway. Nice day, about 10 degrees, very little wind. That's gonna change tomorrow. Gonna get windy, but why worry about tomorrow when you got a day like today? Crazy. Yeah, I am now. I got one coming up after me. Aggressive first one of the season. Not giant, but it is the first one. That feels oh so good. Just a little guy, little sauger. But he was hungry. See you later, little guy. Bottom's lighting up. I was holding way up. He's coming. There he is. There he is, another one. Small one. But fish is a fish, but it is gonna be little sauger again. But they're really aggressive. At least. Still fun even though they're little guys. Just using a little buckshot, the minnow head on it, a little green and a little orange spot on it. Might switch to a little bit bigger lure. Maybe that'll help keep some of these smaller ones away. Oh yeah. Went over and set up my house. Come back over. Got a fish on. My reel keeps freezing up, so I set up my house. A little sauger. Just to get my stuff out of the elements, and there was a fish waiting for me. Let that little guy go. See ya. Nice. Small. Feels like, looks like pretty nice too. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, fishing with this guy today.
Who else would you be fishing with?
Well, true, I don't have any other friends. I don't know that I'm going to call you a friend, but...
That was cool though, because I just got this iFish Pro set up, and I was dropping it down, and I felt him take the clip right out of my hand.
Just barely got my bobber line down. I was gonna set up my other line and the fish is already on it. That didn't take long at all. Oh, is he off or? Nah, he's just a small guy. Hey, we got a little walleye. It's a little walleye. We need him a little bit bigger than that. Here's a little bottom flickering. I don't know which one he's on yet. Looks like he's sitting below that dead line there. Or maybe he's on the J-wrap. Another one, small, but another fish, but a small one. Another little sauger. Little guy hooked right on that end hook there. We'll let him go back. Just love catching fish on that jig and wrap. I love it. Looks like there's another one down there already. Just kind of let that slow retrieve. I'll let it just kind of rock it down to about 8-10 feet off the bottom, then it'll just slowly kind of bring it down. Sometimes that triggers them, sometimes it don't, but I like to kind of just for, here comes another one. I kind of like to jig about 2 feet off the bottom, 24 inches, 24 inches, depending on if they're aggressive like this. This one feels a little better. This is a little walleye. But yeah, if they're aggressive like that, then I'll just kind of let her sit a little bit. That's the only thing about a jig and wrap. It can be a dangerous lure. You got a lot of stuff going on. You can end up with that in your hand fairly quickly. This is not my favorite color jig and wrap, but it's doing the trick. Make sure you keep that knot on the top of the eyelet too. That, if you can see that there. Sometimes when you catch a fish, it'll be off to the side, but you want to make sure that knot is right up there on the top. Let's see if we can snag another one. Let it sit a little bit, and just slowly work her down in increments. And I'll just keep it a little bit above my set line, and then just hop it. And that jig and wrap just kind of bounces all over. That middle head just swings, and it just seems to trigger fish. It's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big walleye.
Hold on.
I got your assist here. You don't have to horse him, but I got you.
Boy, I don't know why he felt so small. He must be hooked funny or something. That is a
big.
It's a 20-incher anyway, huh?
Mm-hmm. Make sure.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him because
make sure you don't hit the heater.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to get him now. He's wrapped up. Got him.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
That's a good one.
On the dead stick.
That's a good one. That's like 23, 24.
Yeah, it is a little bit bigger than I thought. Better get a quick picture of that one. Boy, he smashed. He inhaled that thing. All right, so we're gonna move in shallower. It's gonna be about 1:30. The fish are still biting here, just crazy, but most of them are pretty small. We got that one that's probably 23 inches. So we're gonna move in and see if we can't target a little bit bigger fish later in the day here. Maybe get a chance at a real nice one. All right, so we're set up now in about 11 feet of water. Actually 12, I guess. And we're gonna try hit this, hopefully catch some nice fish here in the night bite. I guess we will see what happens, but you won't know unless you try. Typically, there's a good window of a bite in shallow like this for kind of a select period of time. Sometimes there is, and sometimes there isn't. And hopefully this is just one of the times that there is. So I'll get my camera going here. I was dropping my line down to get my depth set, and all of a sudden my line started running. So I don't know if I got a pike here or a nice walleye or what. My hole's half full of slush. I have no camera set up. This is really acting like a walleye, actually. Uh-oh, my... Oh. Try to take this drag. I gotta keep this line Well, I'm gonna have to make go of this myself. I'm to the leader now. If it's a pike, it's not a monster, but I just can't even see into my hole. Got so much slush. On the bottom of the ice. It's up. Nope, 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 he's still there. Man. If I could... Where all this slush came from. Now I can kind of see anyway. Getting him to the... Oh, there comes more slush. Oh, every time he runs, kicks up more slush into my hole. My camera battery's probably gonna die. This has got to be a pike, probably a low 30s or something stupid. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh, yeah. All right, so not a monster, but nice fish anyway. All right, get rid of him. Hopefully catch a walleye that long. That'd be nice, huh? Thanks for playing there, buddy. Oh, he's on the dead stick. Oh, that's a better fish. That's a nicer fish. Definitely a nicer fish there. If we can get him up here. Oh, here comes the slush. Oh yeah, that's a nice walleye. Get that head in there. There he comes. Yeah. Oh, and hooks out at the hole. There's a 14-incher, 15-incher, nice eater size. Come back. Nice, that's what we want to catch. So if you're a first timer, you've never been ice fishing before, or you do ice fish a lot and you just never been up to Lake of the Woods and you want to take a trip up here, some of the things that I suggest, this is just what I prefer, but I prefer a 10-pound braid mainline, and then I'm using a 6-pound fluoro leader today, but typically, and maybe that'd be okay with the water being a little more clear than in the past, but I usually like an 8 fluoro, and I use Power Pro braid, and then I use a P-Line Japanese Tactical fluorocarbon leaders, and just tie them together with a surgeon's knot. My favorite lure to use up here on Lake of the Woods is a jig and wrap, and I like silver and with a hint of red in it, or I really like a perch colored one. The one I'm using today is just one I have as a backup because I broke my other one. Apparently I didn't have my other jig and wraps with me, but I really like the jig and wrap. So I'd have a few jig and wraps, probably number 5s, and then I would have I like the buckshot rattle spoon. Those are pretty good too. I know the dinner bells work well, and but I really like a jig and wrap bite. It's just, I like just holding my rod sideways and dancing that jig and wrap. Put a minnow head on there. I tip everything with a minnow head. I'm using a tail over on my dead stick. I typically don't use a tail, but I just kind of wanted to try it and see, you know, if it would really make much of a difference. But it's caught a few fish, so it does seem to work. I got one kind of coming off the bottom now. Looks to be a smaller mark. He's racing up after my jig and wrap. It's a little better than the last couple, but I just love the jig and wrap bite. You can catch everything on a jig and wrap. You can catch eater-sized walleyes like this. You can catch perch with them. You can catch pike. I mean, you can just catch anything on a jig and wrap. I like using jig and wraps in the summer too. Let this guy go. I like tossing them out, working them back to the boat. And no means am I shooting for a raffle sponsorship or something like that, but just the jig and wrap is just, for the last 4 or 5 years, that's basically the bait I use the most in the wintertime. I just love the jig and wrap bite. I like about a 32-inch rod. I've got a 36 that I used a lot. That's a medium light, and I don't know if I really like the medium light so much for walleyes. It works really well for crappies and perch and stuff like that. Well, if I can get this mark to bite. But I kind of like that medium heavy. I actually just bought this rod the other day from Shields for 19 bucks. I saw it there and just picked it up, and I was like, man, for 19 bucks I can't go wrong. And I like to use a Fluger reel, a 20 or a 25 size. You pair that with 10-pound Power Pro braid and that P-Line Tactical fluoro for a leader, and some jig and wraps and some buckshot rattles and a couple dozen minnows. And I just use, like I said, I just use the minnow head. You can use a full minnow as well, but I just typically use the head, and it seems to work for me. So that's would be my advice if you're coming up to Lake of the Woods, you never fished up here before. Definitely you don't have to have a graph. I caught a bunch of fish today without the graph, just wanted, because the fish were biting so crazy, I just wanted to try it. But a graph just makes all the difference in the world. You can see suspended fish, you can, you know, see fish that, obviously if you're fishing blind without a graph, you can't see them. So you catch a lot more fish with a graph. And you don't have to have the latest and greatest. You know, any graph will do. And just colors, you know, like since Lake of the Woods is more of a stained body of water, you know, I like a little bit brighter colors. Like I like the perch and the silver. Gold, Lake of the Woods gold has always been a go-to. I typically, I do use the silver and probably the perch color probably the most. So those are just some things that if you're coming up here for the first time, those are just some of the things that I would try.